Can you find your purpose in 5 minutes? That's what Adam Leipzig says, who has worked for studios like Disney and National Geographic Films. He gave a TED Talk 11 years ago about exactly this topic. And the last few days I've been thinking a lot about purpose. Do I even know my purpose? I couldn't really put my finger on it. I know what I like to do and what I also like to spend my time with. I thought that was kind of enough to have your purpose, even though I couldn't write it down. But I just felt like I was living for it or according to it. But to get this uncertainty out of my head, I just wanted to try his method and see where it gets me. I started by thinking about what do I think my purpose is now, to see if there's a difference after watching the video. Right from the top of my head, I came up with nutrition, health, fitness, learning and teaching, basically. Kind of those 5 things. So what's the method now? 5 minutes to find your life's purpose. Leipzig talked about 5 questions that he also asked his audience and that I decided to just write down and think about and answer myself. The first question was, who are you? And I first thought this would be like basically the biggest question that you could ask yourself, but he actually kept it very simple. It's just your name, for now. So answer number 1 is, my name is Julian. Second question is, what do you do? Well, for now, I'm still studying. I'm doing a little bit of YouTube and I'm also helping people, kind of. I'm a trainer and a music teacher. So that's what I do. I learn and teach. The third question is where it gets interesting, because now I kind of went into another direction. Into one other direction. Because I didn't really think about what I'm doing right now, but more of what I want to do in the future. So what do I want my purpose to be? And then I immediately thought about YouTube and what my loose goals are with this. And also my younger self that I'm kind of doing all of this for. I'm not just doing the things for my younger self, but also for my kids that I will hopefully have someday. So I'm also doing it for my future self. It's kind of how I wanted to answer the question. Question number 4 gets also interesting if you approach it like I did in my case. So the 4th question is, what do these people want or need? And then I thought back to my younger self, like 6-7 years ago when I first moved out and I was kind of lost. So I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to focus on. And so I came up with the idea of I needed something to focus my energy on, something to put all my efforts into it. And I wish I just had known that earlier, so I kind of want to put that out. Another thing for that question was also that when I was younger, really wanted to know what I should learn, how do I live, what should I need to know, what do I have to know in order to live a good life and live a worthy life that I want to look back to in 60 years and be proud of. The last question, number 5, is what do they get out of it? So the people you do the things for that you do, what do they get out of it? The thing that I wrote down first was get a meaningful life. When I moved out first, I quickly realized that I didn't want to live like a teenager anymore. But back then I didn't really know where to start, what to do. And to get that knowledge, I kind of want to work. And how do I formulate this? Of course, I cannot teach my younger self, but I can teach younger people that are in a similar situation that I was in. Shorten their learning curve and put them maybe into a good direction. I guess I just found out my purpose in just 5 minutes. Maybe it was a little bit more, but let's put it in a row. So, who am I? I'm Julian. What do? I learn and teach people. Who do you do it for? For my younger self and my older self, and people who feel like that. What do these people want and need? From my experience, something to put their energy in. At least for my younger self. What my future self wants, I can't yet tell. Hopefully some sort of meaning and the sense that they can get better every day. So those were the 5 questions. And one idea I really liked from Adam Leipzig in his TED Talk was the thought of creating this elevator pitch for yourself. Instead of saying you're like a YouTuber, which I'm currently working at, a trainer or a teacher or whatever, in my case at least, it's shortening the learning curve of people. That's what my elevator pitch is. And from that on, I hope interesting conversations will arise in the future. What are my closing thoughts on this? Now, I thought a little bit about purpose the last few days, and I definitely think that you shouldn't stress about it too much. I know myself quite well at this point in my life. At least that's what I think from my perspective now in the present. But I can also see how it's like an exercise like this could be very hard for someone who hasn't done a lot of reading and everything. For myself, I don't think this is the final version. I don't even know if there can ever be a final version of your purpose. It's always changing a little bit, but I think it's important that you don't lose the overall trajectory out of sight. You should also think about other people and how you can make the lives of other people better. I'm just starting to get into that field, kind of. Hopefully I will have some sort of impact. So for now, okay, now I thought a lot about my purpose, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. So to end with two quotes, the first one by Socrates and the second one by Adam Leipzig, who we've talked about today. The unexamined life is not worth living, but if all you do is examining, you're not living. See you in the next one. Bye.